Hi y'all, this is Tammy in Texas, and I just thought I'd call you from the parking lot where my bank is to tell you this funny story. So I got off of work and I thought, oh, you know what? I have a hair appointment in the morning, and the guy that I've been traveling out of town to see is back in town. So he called me today at work, and he says, hey, he said, I'm in the new place, but I'm not set up for credit cards, so you'll need to pay cash or check. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I thought, well, on my way home, I'll just go to the bank and I will get some money out. And so of course I have to call him back, and I'm like, well, if I pay cash, how much is it? And so anyways, it's kind of funny. And so then he tells me how much it is, and then he says, oh, I got your shampoo in stock too, if you want that. I have a gift set. And I'm like, oh, okay, how much is that? And so it's getting a little complicated, because I'm like, okay, now how much am I going to have to take out if I pay cash? So anyway, so I was in the parking lot, and last night at home in the mail, I got a new ATM card from my bank. And so I'm like, well, normally when you get a credit card, you have to call a number to activate it. So there wasn't a number to activate it and no instruction to do that. So I thought, oh, well, I guess I need to use this new ATM card at my bank to get my money out. So I was in my car at work. I had just gotten in my car, and I thought, oh, you know what? I better get the letter out that had the ATM card in it. So I was in my car, and of course I worked late, so I'm like one of the last cars in the parking lot. And so I had all the letter all torn apart, looking at it, reading it, and then I thought, well, I'm just gonna call the number, the 1-800 number, to find out if I have to activate it, and then to find out how I pick a new PIN number. So anyway, so I was trying to figure out all this stuff, and then I got the number, and then I was trying to put the information in, because you have the automated voice, so the little lady was telling me stuff to do. Meanwhile, and so I'm all serious with the iPhone stuck in my ear, and I'm like looking at my papers, and I was slumped over the middle of my car, the seat over here, trying to concentrate. And then I see the corner of my eye, I see someone coming out of the building, walking my direction. And it was a man in in slacks and a dress shirt. And so I'm like, oh, I wonder who that is. And so I just kind of like turned my back to the window, and I was like looking towards the passenger seat, trying to make sense out of this stuff. and then I saw who it was. It was the city manager, who and he walked right by my car and looked at me, kind of like, are you okay? And I just kind of waved at him, and he kept walking. And so anyway, it was funny, because then I started concentrating on my letter and entering the numbers. So then the city manager gets in his truck, and he drives around in front of my car and stops at the window. And so I rolled my window down, and he's like, Tammy, are you okay? Is everything all right? And and I'm like, well, y'all, I'm kind of weird, right? And so he's probably thinking, what's Tammy gotten into this time? Not that there was any another time, but so I just told him I like had these papers in my hand, and my iPhone, and my ATM card, and my credit card. I had all these credit cards and in these letters. I said, oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just trying to activate a new ATM card. I mean, it's kind of like too much information, right? And now I'm telling y'all about it. So anyway, he's like, oh, okay. So he kind of just like looks forward in his truck, and he's kind of like digesting everything. And he's like, all right.